All right, guys and girls, figured I would just throw a quick video up here or try to be quick as possible. And excuse me for the lighting here. I'm just kind of doing all this on the fly. I had shot this video earlier, and for whatever reason, my phone decided to not cooperate and just get rid of everything. So, what are you going to do? So, I'm going to try to redo this real quick. And if I leave anything out, I apologize. If I rush anything through here, I apologize. I'm just trying to make sure my phone picks all this up and I can get it on the YouTube for you guys. So this here is my Vortex Ranger 1300. It's a really good piece of equipment. It's treated me well since day one. Very clear, very accurate for sure. This here is the FLIR TK Scout. It's monocular. It captures video and still pics. It's got a bunch of color palettes. Um, it's great. You could use it daytime, nighttime. I've had this for years. I've never had any problems with the battery in it or anything like that. It's pretty solid. However, the drawbacks to both of these, this guy here is perfect in the daytime. Wonderful. At night, you can range things in total darkness and it'll give you a readout. You just won't know what you're looking at because you can't see it. And this guy here, you can see everything night and day. Great. Take pictures. You can download them or upload them, whatever. Fantastic. But you have no ranging capabilities with it. So it's very hard to tell how far away something is. So, you know, you're kind of stuck with having to carry both or, you know, either. I don't know. So enter this guy. This is the Covert Thermx TRF. And this is actually a thermal rangefinder. Now, if you look online for this, if you look on YouTube, there are zero videos other than the promotional videos put out. They're about a minute and a half long each. No, actually, one's a minute and a half. I think one's like 47 seconds. And this is all you see is somebody holding this. They don't tell you about it. They don't show you anything. And you're just left to guess. Now, I just got this thing, so I'm still figuring it out. This is the instructions. Comes with a bag. I think there's a lanyard in here, and it came with batteries, which is nice. I'll just throw that out of the way. So this guy is a thermal range finder, and it works pretty well. I've actually ranged a few things with it, and I've bounced it off of this, and they're identical. The readings are the same. Now, the reason that I got this is so that I don't have to carry both of these. I have a nice night vision setup on my crossbow. It's an ATN, and say what you will about them. It's a pretty decent setup. It's 4K Pro. I've got the illuminator with it. I've got the ABL 1500, and it's great. But I also have I've got a Thor LTV thermal scope, and it's great. It records video, no audio, but it records video. But the problem with that is it doesn't range. So you have to rely on something else. You would have to carry one or two of these if you're going to use that. So I found this guy, and I can actually mount this next to the thermal scope, and it's got these screw points on both sides, so you can mount it on the left or the right. There is a bracket that you can buy for it, and I'll talk about that in a minute. This guy here, I'll try to power this on. The phone is not going to pick up what I'm actually seeing on the screen, and it is a screen. That'll come on, and then you'll get blah 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 blah, which is not what I'm seeing, I promise you, through the viewfinder. This is green, there's red, and there's white hot and black hot. I prefer white hot. It does range. You just hold in this back button here, and that'll give you your yardage. It's not going to pick up on a white piece of cardboard. And then the middle will take pictures, and that's also your menu. I just took another picture. And if you hold it in, you'll power it down. So a couple things with this, the pluses and the minuses. So the positives are that this does the job of both of these. It's one unit. It's pretty lightweight. I think this is only 3 inches by, like 3 and change by 3 inches. It's very lightweight. It seems to be quality built, I guess, for whatever that's worth. That's pretty cool. Now, the core in this, I don't think it's the same as the core that's in this. And so we'll talk about price point in a minute, but this nukes automatically every 5 minutes. This one will nuke, I think, every couple minutes as well. I think it might be 5 minutes as well, or you can turn it off and nuke manually. So this actually might be sooner than 5 minutes, which can be a pain in the butt, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. This has a ton of color palettes. This has 4. The difference between these two and between this, so this is actual glass that you're looking through. Okay. This is a video screen, as is this. This is, I think, a 1 inch or 1.5 inch display. I don't know what size that is. Between the 3 of these, there is 0 zoomability. So this is a fixed, I think it's a 3x, this is a 1x, and this is a 1x. At least with these two, you can somewhat adjust the diopter. Here you do it by this lever, and here you do it by spinning that. And that, in that sense, you'll be able to see the screen a little clearly, or a little more clearer. With this, it just kind of is what it is. You're looking at a video display of whatever's coming out of the front of here. All right. I really like this. And I'll tell you that if you look this up, if you go to like Sportsman's Warehouse or any of the big box stores, these sell for anywhere between $2,500 and $2,800. Say what? Yeah, $2,500 to $2,800. However, I was able to go on Amazon and get this for $279. Don't ask me how. $279. If you go on there right now, you can probably find it for that price. It's not a refurb. This is brand new. Yeah, I don't know. If you go online, it's $2,800. It's ridiculous. This guy new, I think I paid $699. This was like I think this was $300. So I got this for less than this and this. So go figure. What was I going to talk about? So this comes with it doesn't come with it, but you can get a bracket for this. You have to go to the Covert website, or the Faradyne website, which is the parent company. And you can get one to mount on a bow, or you can get one to mount on a pick rail for like a rifle or something like that. I will tell you, those bad boys are like $300. I'm not spending $300 on a bracket, so I will go down to my basement, my dungeon, and cook something up from my many boxes of parts to hold this onto my weapon system. Now, like I said, I have a night vision setup for my crossbow, and that's probably what's gonna stay on there. This will probably go on one of my guns. I don't know what the recoil rating is. I would say I would put this on a 5.56, maybe a 6.5 or a 6.8. I would not go above that. The 300 blackout, But anything with high recoil, I don't know that I would trust it with this. I don't think it can handle it. And well, there's no information on what it's rated for, so I would just play it safe that way. Okay. You can change the battery profile on this, and there's a USB-C port right here. I believe that is for uploading your pictures, but I think it can also be used as a charging port if you change the profile. So right now there are two CR123s in there, but I think you can make it the 1856, or the very popular rechargeable one. And forgive me if I'm talking really fast. I'm just trying to get all this stuff out there. The cool thing with this is you can mount it vertically or horizontally. And this is actually meant to be a rangefinder, an archery rangefinder. And so one of the features in here, and let me see if I can pull the manual out, this very expansive 4-page manual. You can actually set pins. There's a pin feature in here. So you can set your 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yard pins, program them in, and it'll range that way. I don't know that I would necessarily use this as a primary sight for a bow or a crossbow. My thing is, I would, for me, I think it would be more of a supplement, and that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. And again, this is Covert Optics by Armasight. And again, the parent company is Faradyne, and the part number is CC0104. Okay, so I am not going to put any links in here because, one, I don't know that I can with YouTube. It might not allow me, but also I kind of don't feel like it at this point, having to redo this video. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to take some stills off of this and some stills off of this and show you guys side by side. However, I don't have a laptop or a desktop, and this phone is a Galaxy S9. Yeah, I know it's 2023 and I'm still rocking an S9. And so it's very difficult for me to try to get things off of here. What I'd have to do is go find a laptop or a desktop and do that. And then, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon here. If I can in the future, I will, and I'll put up a sister video to this, and I'll show you the difference between the two. But it's not bad. The picture on this, like I said, isn't bad. There are brightness settings back here, and they go from 1 to 7 and then back down to 1. It's very strange. I keep it on 7 because, to be honest, the display tends to be a little dark. Now, if you're in pitch black, a darker setting may be the way to go, but I'm getting up there, I'm getting long in the tooth, and I need to see things a little brighter. So I keep it on 7. Again, it's very accurate. This and this read exactly the same, and my ABL 1500, they all read identical ranges. So either they're all dead on or they're all broken. My money is they're all dead on, right? So I just wanted to put this out there. There really isn't a lot of information out there on these. There's not a lot of there are no videos other than the promotional videos. So if somebody is looking for something like this, this might fit the bill for you. And again, look on Amazon, look on eBay. Sometimes the vendors from Amazon are on eBay as well, and you can get really decent deals. Again, I found this for $279. I was like, okay, I'll take a shot. If it's a forgery or something like that, I'll send it back. I'll get my cash back. And no, it's the real deal. And then I went back on today just to see if they were still out there, and it's the same vendor has them. And it was like, instead of being $270 something, it was like $380 something. So it goes up and then it goes down and it goes up. And then I think I checked it later and it was like $20 cheaper. So I don't know. But yeah. Sorry if I'm saying a lot. Again, I'm trying to do this on the fly. Let me power this on one more time. And do. It's like the Contra intro screen. But again, you won't be able to see just because my camera won't pick it up, which kind of sucks. I wish I could show you a better picture. But it does work. I just took another picture. Whoops. I'll turn it off. So, you know, there you go. Any questions? If there's anything I left out, if there's, you know, please feel free to drop me some questions in the comments. Reach out. I will try to answer them as best I can. Again, I'm still figuring this out myself. I haven't really gotten too far in the weeds with it, and you know, I intend to play with this more as the days progress here. I will figure out a bracket for this. I promise you I'll figure out a bracket for this rather than spend the $300. At that point, the bracket would cost more than the site, which to me is a little ridiculous. So now, does this replace these guys? My opinion, no, it does not, because this does things that this can't. And this may be more usable than this for some people, you know, if you have vision problems, things like that. And it depends on what your use is. For me, it's going to be hunting. And I do use I do use these guys, and I will be using this. So $300 for a laser rangefinder that has thermal capability and is pretty accurate, I think is worth it. $2,800, I would say no way. For $2,800, I mean, you could pick up a Pulsar or an iRay or something along those lines. And for that matter, you could also pick up a Thor. Say what you will, again, about ATN, but you could pick up a Thor for that same price and have all the bells and whistles. So, you know, you get in where you fit in, and right now this kind of fits where my money is. So, you know, and honestly, if I had $2,800, I would save up and I would just buy Pulsar Trail. That's just my opinion. Or the other one, the Thermion. I'd buy one of those. And they have their pluses and minuses too. But for, you know, broke guys like me, who take years and years to accumulate all this stuff, literally, this works right now. So, again, I know this is getting kind of long, but I appreciate you guys watching. If there's any comments, questions, complaints, criticisms, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will respond to each and every one of you. So, guys and girls, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.